There are about 3 questions that students are not asking themselves before they apply to university that's causing their applications to fail prematurely. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through my thought process of what I would do if I was starting to apply for universities today to ensure my success. Hi, I'm Francesca Cadhit. I'm a University of Toronto alum, shout out to Trinity. I'm a Governor General's Academic Medal recipient, aka an ultra nerd, and I love bringing learning to life. If you are struggling with university applications or specifically picking a program, this video will walk you through exactly what you need to do so you can pick the right program for you. I consider myself a bit of a trailblazer in my family. I'm the oldest, the first sibling to apply for university, so I had to carve my own path, and I've been doing that ever since. And when I talk to students today, I see them struggling with the same fears and struggles that I remember wrestling with back when I was in their shoes. How do I pick the right program? Where do I start? What if I change my mind or choose the wrong career path? What are universities even looking for in my application? Well, my future doctors, lawyers, engineers, CEOs, and impact makers, I hope this video helps you. And by the way, before I get into it, because I know you're all so bright with so much potential, I know that each of you is going to think critically about everything I talk about today. You'll apply what works for you and leave what doesn't. Everyone is different, and what works for you may not work for someone else. Let's get started with phase 1. The first phase, before you even pick your first program, is your research phase. For example, one question that you might want to consider is, why do I want to go to university? This is something that a lot of students don't really think about. Some students might realize that they want to go to grad school or they want to pursue professional school. Other students want to make sure that they get a job or a high-paying job after graduating from university, and they want to make as much money as possible after graduating. Then there are other students who might be there for exploration. They want to learn more about themselves and where they fit into the world. As you go throughout university, you can definitely try all of these 3 goals and things might change along the way. But when you're starting, I think it makes good sense to have a primary outcome in mind. Why is that important? Well, if you have a primary objective in mind, what this helps you do is it helps you define how you want to measure your success. Also, how to best approach your goal, and finally, who do you want to listen to? Let's do an example. If you're aiming for medical school, you probably want to take into consideration your grades, MCAT scores, and getting professional references. On the other side, let's say that it's about getting a specific career. Then your objective involves considering placements, co-op, making sure that you're up to date on resumes and cover letters, and also considering career options and salary ranges. Now, if you're looking to explore, you'll probably want to think about joining student clubs, campus involvement, and exploring a broad range of classes within your field or even within other fields. If that's your primary objective, then it might not even be about the marks. After all, they do say C's get degrees, and it might not even be about caring about getting as many research positions as humanly possible. That's why I highly suggest asking yourself, what is my ultimate goal for university? Your desired outcome can help you reverse engineer the dominoes that you need to knock over in order to get there. This will then impact the mentors you listen to and the community you build, so that you can reach the outcome that you're looking for. And if you're feeling lost, one quote that I really like is, "If you cannot see where you are going, ask someone who has been there before." That's by J. Lauren Norris. Now that you've done your research, it's time for step 2. What are my strengths? What do I genuinely find interesting? When I first started at the University of Toronto, my passion was science. So what I wanted to focus on was learning as much as I could and really explore the field. That was my initial objective. If you're going to university with the intention of getting your master's degree or going to medical school or maybe even law school, then you likely already have an idea of how you want to approach your post-secondary education. And thinking back, I realize how important it is to go into a field that you're genuinely interested in and good at. University is hard. Times will get tough. There will be late nights at the library, studying at Hart House while the Christmas parade is going on outside, trudging through the snow to get to early morning classes, and you might even feel like quitting. But if you're doing something that really matters to you and you're doing something that you're good at, that is your unfair advantage compared to someone who is just going to university because it's what everyone else is doing, or just because that's what they're supposed to do. Now, I don't want you going crazy trying to find the perfect program. When I started university, life science was something that I could talk about for hours, and I'm still passionate about it today. But over time, my interests shifted to helping other students reach academic success and get into their dream universities and ultimately their dream lives. If you're looking for sustainability and long-term success, it can't only be about the money or getting all the best grades possible without a plan of action after. If there's no bigger picture beyond that, it will be that much harder as time goes on. So you might be thinking to yourself, what if this is a hard question to answer? What if you have no idea what your strengths are? Or what if you don't know what you're interested in? Well, here are a few resources that you can consider. First, try a career fit quiz. That might point you in the right direction and tell you where you fit in, where your strengths go, and maybe what isn't a right fit for you. A few other ideas, try asking some friends or family members, what jobs or careers do they think suit you and your interests, and why? Write down 3 to 5 things that you enjoy doing. Why do you like doing those things? Be as specific as possible and pay attention to any patterns that might emerge. I didn't even realize how good I was at science or teaching until one of my own teachers told me. When you're natural at something and very passionate about it, it seems really easy. And if it's easy, then you might be inclined to think that it's not really important or that anyone can do it. But the thing to remember is that this is exactly your competitive edge. It's what you're good at, or the combined blend of things that you're good at, that will allow your application to really stand out and shine. And now that you've identified your strengths and interests, looking back at the students I've helped who have gone on to great places like McGill, the University of Toronto, Queen's, McMaster, Waterloo, and more, it's time for phase 3. Build your program and university list. So what I would do is I would put together a Google Doc or spreadsheet of schools, programs, and academic requirements. Thinking back, this would have saved me so much time if I had started this way in the past. And by the way, pro tip, if you are a student in Ontario, I highly suggest looking at the OUAC website directly and browsing the programs there. Now, back to the spreadsheet. So I really wish I had done this from the beginning. It would have saved me so much more time and helped me really map things out in a way that's easy to see. What I would do next is I would match my list against things that would disqualify or qualify a school from my options. This includes academic requirements, school culture, location, scholarships, co-op placements, you name it. At this point, you may have spent a few days or even weeks thinking about where you want to go and why. It's not an easy decision to make. But don't get caught in analysis paralysis. You could spend forever going down this rabbit hole looking at every single school and every single program and every possible career opportunity. But at some point, there's a time to take action and make adjustments as you execute and learn. There you have it. These are 3 critical items to consider if you are picking a university program. If you're a university student and want to share your admissions journey, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and thanks for watching.